Francesco Abbruzzino with The Scoop. Okay, these two people on the screen, we all know them, right? Charles Hines and Nancy Detert, county commissioners. Now, they're trying to silence the public, trying to silence the masses, okay? They have a similar problem like the city of Venice. The city of Venice is feeling like their public meetings are being hijacked, so they're going to give preference to city of Venice residents first, and then if they have time, any others. They attribute that to hands across the water, and Sarasota County referred to them essentially too. Here's the issue. Last meeting, I put it out that a group led by Mike Constantino, they were up there speaking. I think I said they were up there speaking now. And there was about 15 of them, okay? I'm assuming mostly Sarasota County residents. It's a Sarasota County meeting. There may be some outliers. I don't know. I have no idea. I believe all 15 of these were residents, Siesta Key residents, okay? And Hines doesn't like it. Nancy Detert referred to it as hijacking of their meetings. They've been hijacked. And again, they're ones trying to silence people. They don't want to hear voices. The same two people, Charles Hines and Nancy Detert, complained about emails, that people were bombarding them with emails, and they were not fans of it and did not like it. I played the video on here on The Scoop. Now, the way this one news outlet reported was their objective was to chastise the county for failing to implement the two beach road charter amendments and instead challenge them in pending court case. I don't know if that was it. I view it as they went to have their voices heard. It wasn't on the agenda because the county commissioners don't want to talk about it. So what they're trying to do here, folks, is they're trying to avoid putting things on the agenda. And then they're, in turn, silencing the public. Because with this new initiative they want to enforce, if it's not on our agenda, you, the public, can't talk about it. So if we don't want to hear your voice, if we don't want to hear that you're upset that we are not going to listen to the voters on Beach Road or on the other initiative that is hurting their chances of selling property to Moat over at Benderson, then we're not going to put it on the agenda. That's what they're doing here, folks. All right? This hijacking is bullshit. All right? They give a person 3 minutes to talk. Hardly enough time. Hardly enough time. If people want their voices to be heard, they should be able to be heard. If it's putting their agenda behind at the county commission, well, then guess what? Schedule more time. County commission, I think those guys make like $120,000 a year each. I tell you what, have more time. Put more time in it. All right? You don't sit there and silence the people. So big negative for this guy, Hines. He talked about not only the Beach Road folks doing it, the hands across along the water folks doing it. Who else did he mention? He mentioned they're calling them people with an agenda. Oh, yeah, the pet ordinance. Again, I want to put emphasis on it. It's people that want to have their voices heard. Because you can send an email, and Nancy and Hines have made it clear that they don't read them, that they don't like when they get a ton of them. All right? And you don't know if they're reading them or getting what your point because they don't respond. I can tell you, I go on the email server. The county's the worst. You hardly see any of the emails. All right. In Venice, you only see the email if Hollick responds. He changed that. You used to see them all. He didn't like that, and he changed that a few years ago because he said people are advertising. I'm like, you idiot. And, I have a larger base than you. Why the hell would I send an email to get advertisement to a very few people that go on your email server? But that's how big-headed he is. He's so full of himself, worse than me, if that's possible. But so I wanted to make note. What they're trying to do is silence you by saying that you, the public, cannot comment on things that are not on the agenda. Then they just don't add them to the agenda. And the stuff that this Mike Constantino was commenting on needed to be heard because Hines and Nancy have made comments in regards to concern that both agendas passed by the voters and that they may look for options to bypass it. They don't like the fact that they will not be able to sell, that it's interfering with the sale of land to Moat over Benderson, and they don't like the fact that the voters overturned what the county commission did by giving up Beach Road access. And so now they say, hey, let's silence the people. But let's make it look like these are only people that are coming there with an agenda. All right, we're not silencing the common person. Only people with an agenda. Bullshit, as they would say. All right, folks, this is Francesco Abbruzzino with The Scoop.